Hey YouTube, it's Mike Penn Gangster, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about the FIFA market and why I believe that in 2 weeks the market is going to be pretty much at its lowest that it's ever been throughout the year. And people already believe that it's probably the lowest it's ever been, and it's about to get really, really bad. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video is because I've noticed a lot of people, whenever I make a video, and they see that I have like coins or I have like a decent squad or whatever, there's always at least a person or two that always says, how do you get that many coins? What do you do? Like, are you buying packs or whatever? And the answer is nothing, man. I'm pretty much just playing the game, getting my rewards, selling everything that I have, and making sure that everything that I buy, I always try to snipe it or buy it at a good price and always sell before they drop in price. And if I see a card is actually up in value and I can make profit, I get rid of it. The reason why I do this is because I want to maintain um, my coins. And if you don't do this, eventually all you're doing is you're draining your coinage week on week, and eventually you're basically playing the game without being able to advance. Okay. Now, before we get into that, I will explain some tactics that you could use that will work for you to basically always make sure that your coins are always increasing and not decreasing. Now, there are certain things sometimes that you just don't have, you're not in control of, but there are some stuff that you could have control of. For example, a lot of people believe the market is completely dead. The market is not dead. The market is about to be very dead, though. And that's exactly in about 2 weeks. And there's a few reasons for it. One is because we have the rule breakers coming out tomorrow. Okay? So automatically, I'm going to show you a few prices of a few cards, and I'm going to explain you guys why I believe the market is going to be really, really dead in 2 weeks. Now, before I show you that, let me show you what's going to happen in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, people are going to get their seasons milestones. Now, there's rumors that you get all three. And when I mean all three, for example, if you will get rank 1 over here, which I would get because I have the 90 games played. And again, this is just by playing the game. This is not, you don't have to win here. You just have to play the game, right? I will get 2 jumbo rare player packs and 1 premium gold player pack, right? And that's for rank 1 or whatever, rank 3, whatever you want to call this, okay? Well, milestone reward 3. But apparently, your milestones, you're also gonna get your reward 2, which will be another rare mega pack and a premium gold pack, and your reward 1, which is another mega pack. Now, yes, of course, these are all untradeable rewards, but this is a lot of good packs coming in all at once for the whole community of FIFA. Okay, automatically there are going to be people that are going to pack some good cards here. Some Kantes, some Neymar, some Mbappe, some Ronaldos. Some of these cards are going to get packed. Some icons or so on. Icons are not probably not going to drop in value though, but cards like, for example, Kante, we're going to use as a good example, are going to drop. And today, we had an SBC come out for a flashback Kante, okay? Which, let me explain a little bit about why you should stay away from it. Now, is this a good card? Without a doubt, this will be a good card. The biggest difference on this card is the high work rates based on his regular card, which is medium high. So the high work rates, which people this year like a lot, would definitely make this card a very good card. Okay, this card is coming in almost 300k, a bit less than 300k, whatever it is, 280. Okay, now a lot of people are like, well, it's not really 280k for me to make him because I could basically use my untradeable folder, and it'll probably some people will probably even cost them like 100k or 50k, depending on how much stuff they have, right? And they're completely right. The thing is, when you look at it that way, you have to also understand that once you use that folder for a Kante, which is not a bad idea because this is a very good card without a doubt, okay? You don't have no more folder for the next SBC you want to do, right? Because you're going to have to put pretty much everything you have into this because it does it does require some pretty decent SBCs here. Like, for example, you need an 85 team, you need an 86, and you need an 87. So a lot of your folder is, I would assume pretty much all your folder will be gone once you make them. Now, are you going to get a good card out of it? Yes, you're going to get a very good Kante out of it. Like I said, I think the high work rates will make this card even more beastly than people think. Now, when you look at his regular cards, if you go to the transfer market, okay, last week, a Kante was 500k. 500, that's a week ago, okay? You look at him today, okay, after 1 week, you could get a Kante for 400k. That's 25% decrease from last week. You could look it up on Footbin. He was 500k. He's 400. He basically lost 25% value. Okay, that's a lot, especially when a card is worth that kind of money. You just lost 100,000 coins. Okay, so if you had a million coins of big cards, you probably lost 250k in 1 week. That's a lot of coins. You ain't gonna make 250k unless you get really lucky in your rewards, right? And let's be honest here. Usually we don't get lucky. Okay. So rule breakers come out tomorrow. Now, if there's good oh my god, rule breakers. If there's good rule breakers, there are going to be even more packs that are going to be bought because people are going to want to try to pack these things, right? I don't blame them because it's very like tempting, right? So automatically when that happens, Kante will be packed again even more, right? Of course, because now more people are opening up packs because all depending on how good the promo is tomorrow, and Kante drops again. So let's say you have to make a prediction. How much do you believe Kante this weekend is going to be? I predict he'll probably be around 350, maybe even lower, but I'm pretty sure he'll be at least 350. So he's going to lose another 50,000 coins off him, right? Now, that's just with the rule breaker promotion coming out tomorrow. But in 2 weeks, if Kante is already 350, 300, and also all those people are getting their season milestones, all the people that are going to pack a Kante or whatever it is, out of all those packs that everybody's going to get, how much is Kante going to be worth in 2 weeks? Do you believe it's going to be under 300k? I think so. So when you look at that SBC, based on if you would have to buy those cards, it's coming a little under 300k. But what if I told you like in 2 weeks, you could buy yourself a 90 rated Kante, which I imagine should be better than the 87, right? Even if it doesn't have the high work rates, it still should be a better card for the same price that you're paying for that SBC. Okay. Now, again, I know people have folders untradeable, so it's cheaper, but let's not look at the folder. Let's just look at value wise, how much it costs for you to make them. So you look at that, you're like, wow, I could wait 2 weeks, 13 days basically, and I could get a Kante, the best Kante on the market at the moment, for under 300k if I wait 13 days. Okay, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's even 250. Okay, I don't know. I think he's gonna take a big hit. Why would you want to consume all your folder, for example, for the people that have untradables, on a untradeable Kante at that point, which just wouldn't make sense for me because eventually there's going to be different SBCs that are going to come out that most likely will have cards that don't have on the market that are not, like they don't have a better card on the market, which, for example, Kante does. So this is the reason for me I would say stay away from Kante. Okay, that's the only reason why I would say that. Okay, now when you look at all that, people are playing week and week, and all that's happening to them is that their coin, whatever, everything they basically are worth, it just keeps on decreasing, and there's no catching up, right? Because if you're only a guy that plays the game, for example, and you get the rewards that I would get, for example, which would be usually this year I've been getting, well, now I've been getting like rank 3 in foot champs, where I usually make about 100k, which there was 1 week I got lucky and I got a fold and I made maybe 200k that week. But overall, it's a month I'm playing and I have a little over 1 million coins. I would say if I sell everything, I probably have 1.2 million. So most people around this time would have around 1 million coins, I would say, if they didn't get lucky in their rewards and if they're finishing like rank 3 or rank 2, whatever it is, give or take, even if you're in the elite divisions, you're not even making that much more of a difference between a guy that's in Division 2 because the division rivalry rewards are not that great. You usually don't pack something that's worth huge in your jumbo rare player packs because the market is completely low. So when you're getting like an 88, 89, usually they're going for like 15K. It's not like you're making bank, you know. The only people that are making bank here is when they're packing something huge. So the best advice I could give people is to do what I do. For example, if you look at my team right now, you'll be like, "Oh, okay, that's a weird fucking team." Yeah, it's a very weird team because I sold everything except for like three cards that I basically don't want to sell at the moment because I'm going to probably use. And one of them is I ended up buying a David, which I bought for 19K. And for people that still don't know that I got a Fernando Torres as an untradeable early on this year, just in case people are wondering why I have him. Everybody else here is untradeable, okay? So as you can see, all these cards are all untradeable cards. Um, I have my Osimhen that I bought at the beginning of the year, and I lost a lot of money off him because I had paid 90K for him, which I'm keeping because for me, I'll look at him as an untradeable, even if he's tradable, right? Because he's my favorite card in the game at the moment. And I have a Vidal, which also I lost coins off because I bought him pretty early on when the promo came out. So he's 79K. Right now he's selling for like around 65, which again, I don't want to sell him because I believe that I may get lucky enough and that value of him could go higher because there's a chance of him getting upgraded, right? So I'm just going to keep him for now. I don't need the coins. And that's it. So what do I always do? I always sell my team because if I don't sell my team and I'm keep my team, every day, every week, I'm only losing coins. I know it's nice to like have a card, for example, like let's say my Osimhen, and you don't sell them because you wanna always see those stats increase. Now, for me, Osimhen, the reason why I don't sell him is because I lost so much coins off him when I bought him that for me to sell him for 32, 35K right now, it just doesn't make sense. Uh, I lost money off him anyways. Might as well just keep him. He's gonna stay. He's a special card, right? He's a team of the week, whatever it was, 2 or 3, whatever it was. His value won't drop anymore. That his value will stay around that. So I already lost what I had to lose off him because of the fact that he's a special card, right? Same thing when it comes to cards like Vidal. I won't lose any more money off him because that promo was finished. So the safest cards to buy and not lose money are cards that are promos, and of course promos that are not existent no more because you don't want to buy promos as the promo is going around, right? The only time you want to buy those promo cards is when it's the last day of the promo. So for example, rule breakers come out tomorrow. Guys, don't be buying rule breakers cards tomorrow. You're gonna get destroyed in value in a few days from there. Once more people are opening up packs days by days, right? So make sure that whenever you do decide to buy a rule breaker, you buy them at the end of the promo so that you have a better chance of making actually money off him because eventually once he's out of packs, his price will eventually rise because the last day of the promo, that is usually when the card is at its lowest. Okay, so that's one advice I could give people to understand how that works. Okay, for example, Vidal, the last day of the promo, he was around 40K, and right now you could sell him for like 65. Tonelli was around 50K. You could probably sell Tonelli today for around 100. I'm not exactly sure, but you know what? Since we're here, let's check that out. Just to give you an example, I'm sure people remember the last day of the promo. Tonelli's was around 50K. Okay, and now he is selling for, maybe it looks like he's selling for like 90. Yeah, probably 88 or whatever it is, right? So let's say he's selling for around this price. Oh, a bit lower. Actually, he started to drop because he had went all the way. Yeah, so he's selling for like around, let's say 83, 84, 85, right? So he had went all the way up to almost 100. It looks like he had dropped again now, but still from 50, you would have made 30,000 profit still today, right? So a safe bet is making sure that if you are going to buy something, okay, and you want to increase your coins, make sure you buy promos on the last day that are their impacts. And of course, when you buy one, you buy the ones that have like a good amount of like good value to them. Which when I mean by value, like where they're playable cards that people will use throughout the year, even if it's in a month from now. Because a card like Tonelli, even in a month from now, there will still be people that will probably need him in their squad, because as they're changing their squads, sometimes they need specific links and they need a good card. Tonelli will still be a card, for example, that will have some value still in it. You know what I mean? So make sure you always buy the ones that have the best possible, like, I guess, meta vibe to it, right? The other thing is, whatever you have that is tradable as gold cards that have um, a value that is higher than 100K, let's say, okay? Do not keep in your squad, because especially, for example, like people that have Kante this week. If you keep Kante this week in your team, I guarantee you, by the end of the week, you'll probably be 300K. You know what I mean? You're gonna lose about another. You're gonna lose either 50 to another 100K off him. And if you keep him behind that, when people get their milestone seasons, you'll probably be 250. You know what I mean? You'll be losing so much coins on all the cards. The ones that have the safest bet and still will lose a lot of coins, okay? Or maybe like a Messi, for example, which Messi already is pretty low. I think Messi is like 700K. Again, this video is pretty long. I do apologize for that. But for people that are interested in this kind of stuff, I'd rather just make one video and show you guys than do like 7 videos and explain this stuff, you know? So I think Messi's under 700. Oh, he's more than 700. Okay, so he's like 750. Um, so for example, here, Messi's a perfect example because he's one of the best cards to use this year. So at the moment, you could get him for, like, if you snipe him, probably like around 750, right? Now the promo comes out, okay? This weekend you'll probably be 700, right? You'll probably lose around 50K. And by the end of next week, when people get their milestones, like in 2 weeks, 13 days, whatever, I wouldn't be surprised if Messi goes all the way down to 600K, okay? Which it's a big drop from 750. It's a 150K drop, right? Now, the thing about Messi, which isn't the worst case scenario if you lose 150K off him, is that he's unreplaceable, right? Because he's going to be one of those cards that you're going to keep in your team, which he's you know, he's already, this card is already good enough for like till the end of the year. You don't even need an upgrade. This is already good enough until the end. Messi is Messi, right? Same thing with Mbappe. Same thing with CR7. Same thing with like same thing with Kante too. You know, like the only thing is that Kante is one of those cards which um, is not as valuable as a Messi or as a Mbappe and stuff like that. Um, which there's a lot more people. There's a lot more cards that you could put in that position over Kante this year than you would in any other year. Okay, for example, the Fofana SBC that I did, he's just that good. You know what I mean? Where Kante is still one of the top end cards in this game, he's replaceable this year. Where, for example, I don't see Messi being replaceable right now. I don't see Mbappe being replaceable right now. You know, unless you're able to afford like the superior, higher ranked cards that are unachievable for the most majority of the community, because we can't achieve it because it's impossible with how the market is dropping at the moment, and based on the rewards that we're getting, we're just not uh, we're just not bringing in enough coins into our accounts that it gets to a point where our team is stuck between a very good team but cannot become a very elite team, because from a good team that is worth, let's say, 1 million to 2 million coins, to get to the next level, you need 5, 10, 15 million to get there, which, let's be honest, most of us will never get there, right? Unless we're very good at trading or we're very, very, very lucky in our packs. You know, like, seriously, like, how can you ever achieve that height if you don't get lucky and pack like a mid R9 that's worth 12 million? Like, how can you achieve that rank? You can't. It's impossible unless you're dumping in money like madman. For example, like when you look at guys like A Skills or whatever, that he admitted himself that he had put like $7,000 in his rich man's account to have the team that he has. But seriously, how many people are going to put $7,000 into a game? You know what I mean? there's nothing wrong with a person putting $50, $100, even $200, let's say, which I don't think it's worth it, but it's not that bad, right? Um, Anyways, I feel like I spoke more than I wanted to because the video is way longer than I expected. But I felt like I needed to make a video that explains some of these things because I've noticed a lot of people are struggling with maintaining their balance, and this is what happens with a lot of people that for some reason they just don't understand certain things of the game, how it works, and they keep losing, and they get very discouraging. It becomes very discouraging, of course, for everybody because they can never get to that next level besides doing SBCs. For example, when the icon SBCs or when the icon swaps come out, that's the only time they could achieve those type of players, or at least the players that the EA wants to give you at that point, right? Because for people that really want to have like the best of the best, the only time you're actually ever going to get a chance to play with these cards is going to be towards the end of the year. Now, this is based on how EA designed their game. It is based on that. That's why these cards are unattainable. It's because they want you to play all year, right? The problem with this is that there's people that don't want to play all year. There's people that want to play now. There's people that want to play for a few months, and that's it. There's people that want to play the whole year. You know what I mean? But it's not fair for a person, for example, that wants to play 3 months, and for 3 months he's stuck at the same tier of team because he can't get to the next tier because it's completely unattainable. This is where EA got their stuff wrong, but I don't think they got their stuff wrong. I think it's, like I said, I think it's intended by them to do this because this is how their game is designed on. Um, and it's sad because, like I said, if you're not willing to do the little sacrifices of like selling your team every week or making the right investments when certain promo cards go out of packs, I mean, you're never going to increase your balance. I mean, it's just no way you're ever going to increase it because the rewards that you're getting, if you're not packing something, it's just no way that you'll ever get to that next level. You know what I mean? And even if you would have to get to the next level, imagine you would want to buy an R9, right? A middle R9 at 12 million. You would have to pack 15 Messis. Think about it. In the last like 4 years that I've been playing Ultimate Team, or 5 years, I've never packed a Messi. I would have to pack 15 of them today. Oh, today, well, this year, just to be able to obtain a mid R9, which is ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. That's all. It's just honestly crazy. Anyways, didn't want to go on too much. Um, Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this long video. I hope it helps out people in the future so they could, maybe have better decisions making throughout their Ultimate Team, you know, cycle so that instead of them losing coins, they either maintain their coin balance or maybe even increase it if they do the certain investments at the right time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and I wish you guys a good one. Have a good day, guys. Bye bye.